were to tell you that this was a high-speed train in Europe, or that this was the latest bullet train station in Japan, would you believe me? No, this is Brightline, and we're gonna go check out what they're all about. After a 20-month hiatus in service, Brightline makes its return to action in beautiful South Florida. But before we dig our heels into Brightline, let's take a look at South Florida's alternate passenger train operations right down the street. This is the beautiful Seaport Airline Station building, a relic to the heyday of passenger train operations in the early 20th century. It is here that you can catch the Tri-Rail commuter train, which began operations in January 1989, and Amtrak Silver Star and Silver Meteor trains. At 3:10 p.m., Tri-Rail train 626 from Miami Airport to Magnolia Park is arriving. Tri-Rail is a state-subsidized operation. Service began in 1989. And it is the only commuter rail specific operation in South Florida. Its major shortcoming that I will pinpoint is its actual proximity to the places it serves. It does not hit any downtowns along the route, instead mostly following I-95 for much of the journey. However, great news is in store for Tri-Rail. The state is in the process of completing a 9-mile connection called the Tri-Rail Downtown Miami Link to get Tri-Rail into the MiamiCentral Station, a huge positive for another new beginning in passenger rail operations in South Florida. Now, the ugly stepchild would probably be Amtrak. The two Silver Service trains, the Silver Star and the Silver Meteor, continue to travel the East Coast daily from New York all the way down to Miami. They are some of the best performing long-distance trains ridership-wise on Amtrak's network, notably in the winter months when snowbirds are retreating from the brutal northeast winters. Today's southbound Silver Star is led by a P-42 diesel locomotive featuring a special tribute paint scheme nicknamed the Pepsi Can. It was the paint scheme that the small fleet of B-32 8WH, otherwise known as Dash 8 locomotives, were delivered in. It's really kind of funny to me that they didn't just paint one of the Dash 8 locomotives that they still operate. But it's still an awesome tribute to their history. Shortly after the Silver Star left is the sister train, the Silver Meteor Train 97. Each Silver Service train operates on differing routes to get to Miami, with the Meteor bypassing one of the most underserved cities in America, Tampa, a location which Brightline is targeting to access within the next few years. Funny enough, today, along for the ride is one of the Dash 8 locomotives that was previously mentioned. There were only 20 built for Amtrak, so it is always a treat to see one of them over the road. It is great to see Amtrak having more funding allocated and more support behind them. However, there needs to be a better vision moving forward as to how passenger rail can better serve the people and places that could prosper from it. And that is where Brightline comes in. Brightline isn't like the state-funded Tri-Rail or the federally backed Amtrak. It is privately owned, something that is rare in the 21st century. After years of intricate planning, operations finally began in January 2018. Things looked really promising for Brightline. Ridership in 2019 was close to 900,000, and a huge deal with the Virgin Group looked to push Brightline to the next level. Then, well, 2020 happened. The COVID-19 pandemic brought operations to a halt on March 25th, 2020. And that deal with the Virgin Group? Yeah, it was too good to be true. That mess aside, Brightline finally announced its return to operation beginning November 8th, 2021, with test trains, such as this one, arriving into the West Palm Beach station. Brightline is the first operator of the Siemens Venture coaches. Each train set features 4 of them, 1 premium service coach on the southern end of the train, and 3 smart coaches. Each Brightline train has 2 locomotives, 1 on each end. They are the Siemens SCB-40 locomotives, which are unique to Brightline. The excitement to ride Brightline is building. Now, it's time to get some rest before tomorrow's early start. I'll see y'all in the morning. It's the pre-dawn hours of November 8th, 2021. Brightline's first revenue train in almost 20 months departs at 5:10 a.m. Each Brightline stations feature a fully enclosed and secure parking facility that you can add when purchasing your ticket. It is conveniently located adjacent to the station. So let's go see what Brightline's been up to for the last 19 months. The Brightline staff brightly greet you as you walk in and are there to assist if you need any help, such as checking a bag. To access the waiting lounges and platform, you must have a valid ticket and pass through security, similar to an airport. Due to upgrades being performed, the fare gates were not operational. Once you get through security, customers are greeted with a bright, inviting waiting space located directly above the tracks. Each station features a snack shop and a small cafe bar. The Premium Lounge offers a quieter space at the south end of the station. The lounge features a good selection of light snacks and refreshments, complimentary to premium customers. But I think the greatest feature that the lounge offers is the self-service taps. Like, that's pretty freaking sweet. Now, with it being 5 a.m., I will refrain from being a degenerate this morning, and we'll go head down to the train. Welcome inside this beautiful Siemens Venture Coach and Brightline's premium product. For today's trip, I chose seat 5C, a single seat on the north side of the car. Premium is laid out in a 2-1 configuration, with single seats being on the north side and twin seats being on the south side. Each seat is upholstered with soft leather and feature huge headrests. The seat features a very basic design, with a large tray table, seat back pocket, and the best feature of all, 4 USB outlets. 2 down here below the seat, and 2 right below the window under the armrest. There are also 3 of these conference tables, fantastic for a group. Or maybe a workstation. Oh, did I mention? There are power outlets on the table. Even this often overlooked extra space was utilized outside the restroom. Great if you need to take a call or you're waiting to use a toilet. Speaking of the toilet, they have these cool automated doors. I don't know, it just makes it more special. A single snack and all beverages are included in the premium fare, and a light breakfast is served if you wish. But just as soon as it all started, we soon arrived into Miami Central, right on time. What an amazing first experience back on board this train. With bright, friendly service, it was an experience well worth the wait. Now let's go take a look at the MiamiCentral Station and some of the services Brightline has to offer. As was mentioned earlier, each Brightline station features a full-service cafe bar, as well as a snack station to pick up any snacks for the trip. The Premium Lounge in MiamiCentral is currently by far the biggest, but I felt the space was lacking in energy. I mean, it is in Miami after all. One of the great services that Brightline offers as an option just for premium customers is this ride service option, which can be ordered to take you to or from the station within a 3-mile radius. And if you need a lift to something nearby, Brightline has partnered with Circuit to provide an easier trip to your final destination. In addition to those options, the MiamiCentral Station is directly adjacent to the Miami Metro. It's just a short walk outside to access the Miami Metro Station. The Red Line offers direct access to Miami International Airport, while the Green Line connects to the Tri-Rail. In addition to the subway, there is whatever this subway mobile is. Very interesting. There she is, the FTX Arena, formerly known as the American Airlines Arena in Miami. Notably the home of the Miami Heat NBA team. Alright, that was enough Miami for me today. It's time to head back north to West Palm Beach. But first things first, the most important meal of the day: coffee. Alright, I'm back in business. Now for the trip back, we'll be sitting in Smart Class, which pretty much just gets you a seat and not much else. Luckily for us, Brightline's hard product is phenomenal. So welcome inside Smart Class on board the orange train set. We are seated in seat 5D, a window seat for today's trip north. The seats are identical to the ones in premium class, just with a different cosmetic design. If you need a little space from your seat partner, there is an armrest/piece divider, and would you look at that, more power outlets. And yes, there are even more power outlets down below. Listen, I joke about power outlets, but we are in 2021 and we need to start doing better, like Brightline has for its customers. And that's the thing. There is so much positive energy that Brightline is bringing to the American passenger rail network and what rail travel needs to be across the board. If anything, it is to higher a standard that has been pushed aside for far too long. Kudos to the team of individuals that helped make Brightline a reality and are changing the perception of rail travel and taking it to the next level. There needs to be a disruption in the negative trends that have put America's train network behind, and Brightline will have an important impact in making that happen. Thank you everyone for watching. If you haven't already done so, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and I really appreciate it. Until next time, later y'all.